Welcome to our pre-meeting, ladies and gentlemen. Now in the hands of Ms. Lisa Carroll.
This is the pre-meeting of the Mobile City Council, Tuesday, November the 19th. We have approval of minutes from November 12th.
Any issues, anyone? Okay.
Appeals, we have requests for a waiver of the noise ordinance on November the 30th, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. in Figures Park. May the 31st, 6:30 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. on St. Emmanuel Street. December 21st, from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. on Airport Boulevard.
Any issues, Penn, Carroll, Daves?
Mr. President, I have no issues on having one of the greatest alumni events in the world at Figures Park. Thank you, Mr. President.
Public hearings. Today is the public hearing to consider rezoning property located at 2301 McFarland Road from R1 to R3. Public hearing to declare the structure at 4350 Moffett Road a public nuisance and order it demolished. 605 Hickory Street, a public nuisance and order it demolished. 714 Dr. Thomas Avenue South, ordering it a public nuisance and ordering it demolished. 757 Dr. Thomas Avenue South, 2100 Webb Avenue, and 5641 Will Casher Lane, all public nuisances.
Mr. David?
Good morning, Mr. President. I've got an update from Mr. Penn for the first item on the public hearing, 4350 Moffett Road. If we could hold this over for 60 days, it appears we have a new owner that's in the process of purchasing the property. And if we hopefully that we'll be in a better position in 60 days.
All right, thank you.
Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council. Mark Isbell, invite the council to a candlelight memorial service at the Waterfront Mission on November 21st. Jim Walker informing the council about the faults of Mobile 311. Stephen Carr, comments about the Shoulder, a certified substance abuse treatment and recovery agency. Okay, Ms. Brown, I spoke with her and she said that she was not coming, so I don't know if she called.
It's not on here.
But yeah.
Who's Ms. Brown?
Oh, okay, they did take
It's
it off
not-
of yours.
yeah, it's not on here.
Okay. Ordinance is held over. 64057, considered a modification of a previously approved plan and approval property located at 1 Hardwood Lane. 64058 is considered modification of a previously approved PUD for property located at 1 Hardwood Lane. 64059, consider rezoning property on Moffett Road, LB2 to R1. 88060, authorized the conveyance of city-owned property located at 5842, also known as 5850 Carroll Plantation Road, Theodore, Alabama, not now needed for public or municipal purposes. CIP resolutions held over. 01-1100, authorized agreement with Iker Construction Corporation for a new splash pad at Lawn Park. 01-1101, authorized agreement with J. Payne Organization for dugout improvements at Harmon Park. 21-1103, authorized contract with International Cybernetics Company, CIP citywide street assessment. Resolutions held over. 01-1104, authorized addendum to agreement with Tillman's Corner Veterinary Hospital for animal services. 08-1105, approved purchase order to Samsung Equipment Company for knuckle boom loaders for trash department. 08-1106, approved purchase order North American Fire Equipment for Homatro extraction tools and accessories. 21-1107, authorized service contract with Pot of Gold Rentals for portable toilets at various City of Mobile facilities. 21-1108, authorized contract with Arbor Metrics Solutions for professional arborist staffing for urban forestry. 21-1109, authorized change order number 1 with E. Carnell Malone Corporation for roof replacement at the Western Administration Building. 21-1110, authorized contract with St. Associates for ADA transition plan updates. 40-1112, authorize the purchase and sale agreement and accept the deed from Robert Sean Coley for vacant land on 519 Baby Ridge Road. 01-1113, authorized intergovernmental agreement with Mobile County Commission for renovations to recreational area for public use on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. Ordinance is being introduced. 64061 is the rezoning on McFarland Road. Consent resolutions being introduced. 09-1114, transfer District 2 discretionary funds to Parks and Recreation Department to assist with rental of Seals multi-facility. 31-1115, authorize the mayor to apply, accept, and receive a grant from the Innovate Alabama Network, $250,000, no local match. 37-1116 and 1117 are recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a retail beer, table wine, off-premises only license for Culture Food Market on Azalea Road, and for issuance of a retail beer, table wine, off-premises only license for Mapco Express on Moffett Road, Suite C. 40-1118, 1119, 1120 through 1123, other structures being ordered demolished. 58-1124, assessed cost for removal of weeds. Repeat, Weedling Group, 80. 60-1125, 1126, 1127, and 1128 are approving a water special bonus to the Officer of the Month, to the Firefighter of the Month, to Public Works Employee of the Month, Administrative Services Employee of the Month. 60-1129 and 1130, determine appropriations to Scarborough Middle School and Twin Oaks Nursing Home, serve a public purpose, and approve payment. Resolutions being introduced. 08-1131, approve purchase order to a Step Above Stables for draft cross gelding for MPD, $15,000. 08-1132, approve purchase order to Seal Master Alabama for tennis court surface repairs, $15,774.03. 08-1133, approve purchase order to Empire Truck Sales for repair for animal services truck, $18,005.77. 08-1134, approve purchase order to Mohawk Hawk Carpet Distribution for replacement flooring at MPD, $40,970.92. 09-1135, authorized transfer of funds from capital project CO 526 to project 3 TAP 3MC for construction of the Japanese Gardens parking lot and segment 1 of the 3 Mile Creek Greenway Trail, $1,212,550.23.
Mr. President,
Mr. Reynolds.
this project, capital project CO526, what is that?
Thank you. Red as go. This is the next section of the Greenway Trail. CO 526 is our capital account that we have funds in. We have a TAP grant that we have that covers part of the construction, and this transfer is to cover the remainder, which is what that account is allocated for.
So the CO 526 was not a project that was already funded, and we're taking away from a project and putting in.
It's already funded specifically for Greenway Trail construction on segments 1 through 3.
Okay, and then we're just adding the Japanese Gardens parking lot out of that, or pulling it out of that as well?
It's the trailhead for the trail, and we're also upgrading the parking lot, but the two projects are together. And the construction contract is a little further down the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
21-1136, authorized contract with Paleo West, doing business as Chronicle Heritage for review of the design review guidelines for Mobile's historic districts, $32,121.40. 21-1137, authorized contract with Vogert for design and engineering services for Phase 3 of the Broad Street redevelopment project, $287,103.
Mr. President,
Mr. Reynolds.
this project was really before my time. What is Phase 3? What does that include for Broad Street?
Should have stayed up here. Phase 3 is part of the Tiger Grant. So that's from the roundabout at Canal near Palmetto, and it goes all the way down to the I-10 bridge, which we call Garrity Lane. So it's the last segment of Broad Street to be completed, and this is the design contract.
It'll widen that little narrow section as you approach I-10.
So the plan is not to widen that section because of the properties and things like that in that area, but it will be restored with sidewalks and asphalt.
Okay. It seems like that's going to be a main thoroughfare for people getting downtown. Once the Civic Center and all is completed, people coming eastbound are going to get off Broad Street, come down to Canal, and then enter the Civic Center that way.
So it's the design contract, so we're going to be
Oh,
looking.
and the airport.
Yeah, that is not the entrance to the airport, but part of the design contract is looking at all the things that have changed since the project was scoped. There's work that was done in 2007. There's work that was done in 2017. So part of the beginning of this contract is looking at everything that's been done and understanding it to look at the best design for that segment of road.
Yeah, it just seems like it gets bottlenecked right there at the interstate.
Most of this work is occurring in District 3 though, right?
Correct,
From Virginia Street up to Garrity Lane.
correct. You're welcome.
211138, authorized contract of SCS Engineering for City of Mobile Energy Audit of 100,000. 211139, authorized contract with McElhaney Construction Company for the construction of the Japanese Gardens parking lot improvements in segment 1 of the 3 Mile Creek Greenway Trail, $1,712,550.23. 311140, authorize the mayor to apply, accept, and receive grant funding from the SARPC FTA grant program and purchase passenger buses for sale program. 130,000, 20% local match required. 1141, 1142, and 1143 are authorizing settlement agreement and release of claims. Announcements.
Council, Mr. Daves.
In Councilwoman Gregory's absence, I'd like to remind everybody, we do have a meeting of the Public Safety Committee this afternoon at 1 o'clock. And that was to take another look at 3 ordinances which have been proposed by the administration. My understanding was that there were going to be some changes made to those 3 ordinances that we would discuss at the meeting. I haven't seen any alterations to what was originally on the agenda. I just like an update of where we are on that.
I met with Mr. Lasky and Judge Graddick end of last week, and we made some changes, and we will get those to you before the meeting.
How soon before the meeting?
I'll check with Mr. Lasky and try and get to you.
I can have it due by 10:30.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Anyone else from the council?
Yes, sir. I had a question about this energy audit. Is that grant funded? That is? Okay. Thank you.
Anything else from the council? Anything from the administration? All right, we'll see each other at 10:30.
No, it's okay. It's okay.